You found Stryker of Enyo, and the following is an excerpt from my main video, I Play Every Xbox Live Arcade Game Part 2, which is a massive 3.5-hour experience that I encourage you to check out if you like what you see here. This version was rendered at nearly 2 to 3 times the bitrate of the original. Doom, from id Software and Bethesda Softworks. Doom needs no introduction. No, seriously, I don't have the time to explain the origins or the overall importance that Doom had on the entire first-person shooter genre. I've got to cover and talk about 600 plus games when this series is all said and done, so I can't just write out a proper introduction to every single one of them. This video is long enough as it is. I did, however, unlock the Marine outfit just for this video, so here it is. Looks cool, huh? Well, that's enough of that. Back to the game. Totally worth the time it took to unlock. Good job, Stryker. Way to spend a couple hours. The Xbox 360 versions for both Doom 1 and 2 run fine, but there's a few things missing.
Oh, hey, Sibby.
Hi, Cancer Mouse.
What you have to understand is that this is a different culture and a different time. This was created all the way back in 2005.
Yes, Doom 1 and 2 were playable with the Doom BFG edition on the original Xbox, but the original Doom is now over 30 years old.
That's right. So you shouldn't be criticizing this game for
Katie, cut his mic. Oh, dear God, why did I bring him on board? They are still displaying the game in a 4x3 mode. There is no sensitivity adjustment, so you can't turn around any quicker than the default setting. And you have an adjustment slider for the screen size. The default is also not full screen. You need to increase it manually. Unfortunately, the 360 versions, Doom Classic Complete, which is on PlayStation 3, and Doom 3 BFG Edition on 360 and PlayStation 3 were all delisted in 2019. Don't feel bad, the new Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions have been reworked, and after a patch, they now run better than ever. I have both versions of Doom 1 and Doom 2, as you can see here. I played both a bit, and I can say that there's really no reason to go back to the 360/PlayStation 3 versions. So don't feel bad if you missed them before it got delisted. The new versions default to a proper widescreen mode, and a later update made them run at 60 frames a second, which was the first time on consoles. I wish the HUD elements could be shrunk down or moved off to the side like you see on many PC versions. It's odd because the preview clip that plays during the main menu doesn't have any HUD elements on it, and it would be really nice to actually play it this way. But there's no way to turn the HUD off, or move it, or resize it anywhere else. On Xbox One, you can select to start on any map you wish across all the included levels, which is nice. It's been over 30 years since the original Doom came out, and the first two Doom games are much tamer in difficulty compared to what its competition would bring to the table a few years later. If you always stayed away from the Doom series because you always heard it was extremely challenging, you really don't need to be too worried. If you've been playing first-person shooters for the last 10 years or so, and you like playing Call of Duty on Veteran, you'll be fine. Try diving into the first Doom game. All the monsters telegraph their attacks, so if you know what to look for, you can sidestep most projectiles and back away from any melee attacks so they don't hit you. One of the downsides of Doom 1 is the fact that it can get kind of repetitive due to the limited enemy variety. The enemy roster is only 10 creatures. 2 of them are the former humans, and 3 are used as bosses, with 2 of them being only used twice. That means you mostly will be fighting the same 7 regular enemies across 27 maps, so the different combinations they use can feel kinda samey. Still, a 6 out of 10. For only $5 US, this is a great way to experience a classic. Doom 2. Doom 2 quickly became known as being a far superior product to the first, and it was put together in less than 10 months. You now had another 32 levels, with 2 being secret, and even though the game engine didn't change much, there is a lot more experimentation done this time around, with many levels being much larger and more intricate in design.
Hi, Sibby.
Hi, Cancer Mouse.
What are you doing today?
I'm covering every XBLA game. I've downloaded the free trial to as many games as possible, and I've actually bought about a little over half of them. So I'm putting everything into a series of videos.
That sounds fun, Simmy.
That's fine, but how are you in Doom? Is this official? How did you get a gun? Is this you firing the pistol, or is it me, the player? You know, never mind, I just realized I have two right hands.
But today I have a very special message for all the kids out there.
This could be interesting. All right, let's hear it.
Okay, kids. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about stranger danger.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about stranger danger. And white genocide.
Oh, come on! Doom 2 adds 7 new monsters to the roster, including the final boss. I know one is just a recolor and a boss gets repurposed, but still, they do behave a bit differently. Those new monsters give us a total of 18 enemies for the game, not counting any special enemies for the 2 secret levels. Doom 2 refines its creatures into an absolute near-perfect balance for the time. With this amount of monsters, you can have a number of different ways to blend them together into interesting combinations to challenge and surprise the player. Former humans, imps, and pinkies are a great way to start off a fight with, but you really need a way to keep the player moving, forcing him to engage on the run, or else they're just going to stand there motionless and shoot everything dead. Adding some tougher creatures keeps things interesting and exciting. This game has some great levels, some are okay, and some can be a bit boring, but it is still very worth it to push through to the end. The best addition to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions has got to be the Community Map add-ons. Yep, now you get access to all the content that they put in Final Doom and way more. There are 21 different add-ons as I release this video, all free, and you can download them from a copy of Doom 1 or Doom 2. I just decided to mention them during the second game. I don't have the time to go through all of these different WADs, and besides, we're trying to focus primarily on XBLA games, and none of these add-ons were available on the XBLA or PSN versions, aside from No Rest for the Living. Several of these add-ons could have their own 6 to 8 minute video each, and maybe I might do something in the future, but let's just skim the heavy hitters. Like TNT Evolution, a 32 level episode that was officially licensed. It's not that these are real hard, and many praised these maps back in 1996, but nowadays many don't feel they hold up as well, being very maze-like and are often found to be kinda dull and boring. But new players seem to enjoy them just as much, so it might be worth a look. The Plutonia Experiment, created by a couple of brothers that definitely understand how the monsters in Doom play off of each other wonderfully. You're gonna want to play this. No Rest for the Living. Nerve Software developed their own expansion pack under the direction of id Software called No Rest for the Living. It's often considered to be one of the best episodes for Doom 2. This was once exclusive to the Xbox 360 version, but it showed up on other platforms over the years. Then there's Sigil. John Romero himself designed all of these maps and released this episode for free in 2019. This is meant to be hard. The kind of hard that is designed for the kind of people that have been playing Doom for over 20 years. Sigil is still limited to the enemies from Doom 1, but Romero uses them in a creative way. I think fans will have a good time with this. And yes, even the brand new Sigil 2 is included. There are several other fantastic WADs here. These added community maps deliver a lot of replay and challenge, especially for the asking price. And they will also be mostly new to console players. If you play on PC, then none of this content is really new to you, of course. This game is an 8 out of 10. At least the newer console version for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I don't recommend the XBLA or PSN versions at all. They have a lower frame rate, lower resolution, no sensitivity settings, and they're still locked into a 4x3 mode. You are not missing anything by playing newer versions. If you love the version of Doom from 2016 and Doom Eternal, then this might be an interesting flashback to see how things worked so long ago. I wonder when Sigil 3 is coming out.
Oh, hey, Simmy.
Hi, Cancer Mouse.
I just came to say goodbye. As you may have heard, I've gotten a prominent role in a show on Netflix.
You're a fucking mouse! Would you like to know more? Did you like the video you just watched? Then leave a comment. Even give me a like. Then head to my channel for more. I got several series like Rage Quit 2, How the F Did I Die, and I even have a playlist for everything related to the I Play Every Xbox Live arcade game. You'll find all the parts, including higher bitrate versions of certain segments and eventually audio commentaries. If you want to see what I'm currently working on, then check the community tab on my channel, it's just right here. This is where I give occasional updates on what I'm working on and mention what's coming up next. If you want to watch the main video where this segment came from, then it should be showing up right about now, on the upper left side of the screen. The playlist for the entire series will be on the lower right. Thank you for any watch time that you can spare. The response on the series has been very positive, so thank you all.